Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you some 3x3 walkthrough solves, and I've never done this kind of video before, so I'm not even sure how good it'll be. And I know I'm not the fastest person to be doing walkthrough solves. I'm around an 18 to 19 second solver, but that does mean that I can, help people that are 20 seconds or slower. If you're a 10-second solver or something like that, please don't leave negative comments like this guy did, telling me, that it's not really any use anyways and that I'm super slow and not good. I mean, of course, if you're a 10-second solver, you're not going to benefit from this. So it would be great if I could get some positive feedback on this. All right, so I'm going to scramble it up now and see how good it goes. Okay, so the first thing I look for is my cross, and I locate all the pieces first. So here's the red, the green, the blue, and the orange. And I know that the orange goes opposite of red, so I would probably move this here and then down, which would move the blue over top of the green. Then I would realign the red and the orange, put the green down, which puts the blue on top, swing it around, throw it under while I'm looking for my first pair. I know that sounds a little bit complicated, but here I'll show you as we go. All right, so this comes here, orange comes down opposite of this. Okay, I align those with their centers. This comes down, all right, and as I'm putting in this, I'm looking for my first pair because I don't really have to think about it. It's just swing it around and down. Okay, so I'm looking, and this is the first thing I see here, which is the red and blue. So I'm looking for the edge while I'm doing it, which just happens to be right here. Now I know that if I swing this down, I'm going to put it in a slot. In this slot, it actually belongs incorrectly. So as I do it, I swing it out, and then I put this down. Okay, now I'm seeing a whole bunch of other stuff around the cube, but if I was going real fast, I wouldn't have time to really acknowledge that yet because I'm concentrating on this because I'm not that fast. So I'm going to ignore all of this gold here that I just saw. So what I'm going to do now is I need to separate these. So I'm going to hide that corner, move this one over, and bring this back. Now I know that if this edge and the corner are in the top layer and there's white on top, that this needs to get hidden and I can throw this over top. And because it's on its own color, I need to put it to the opposite of the top color, which is red. So I turn it towards the orange. I put those together, and as I'm putting them in the slot now, because they're all made and super easy, I'm looking for my next pair. And the first thing that I see is this one. So that's what I would work on if I was going fast. So I'm keeping track of this and looking for the edge at the same time. And if I can't see it in this zone, I will turn the cube and start scanning, and I can see that it's right here. So what I need to do is I need to bring this out and match it up with this at the same time. So I bring this over, I bring it up, get them out of the way, and I saw this corner because now I'm looking for my next pair already, and bring this back down. So now I'm looking for the orange and green edge piece. So as this goes up, that actually comes right into view. Bring this down, and again, just because these two are in the top layer and white is on top, I need to turn the top color away from the side, so this will go towards the blue side this time. Match them up, bring it back, and as I'm matching them up, I'm spotting this one, and I need to find the edge for it. So as I bring it up, I can see that the white has come on top, and I can put this in. Now I know that it's not here, and it's not here, which means it has to be right here, and it is. And here's a little trick. If the piece is already in its spot but flipped over, and the corner has white on top, you can just put it over top, and they're already matched up. Now you can get them out of the way and insert it however you want to insert it. This just happens to be an OLL case that I do know. And now what do we have? We have an A permutation. And I know which one it is because if I was to turn it like this, now here is red and blue. These are orange. Now if these two colors are opposite of the one on the right, it's this A perm. I'm not sure if that's A or B, but if it's, if these were green and over here it would be the other A perm, the headlights would be over here. So I just happen to know this, and that's our first solve. All right, so let's try another one. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. This one's relatively easy actually. Okay, so I can see that the orange is already over the orange, so we're not going to touch that. We're just going to let that sit there and not disturb that, and we'll just do that one last. Okay, so what I would do here is I would bring the blue over the blue. So now the orange is over orange, blue is over the blue. I would put the green over the green. Okay, and now I would put down the orange, put down the green, or sorry, the blue. I would move the red over the green, and as I put the green down, it puts this in. Now, I didn't look for my first pair there, and I should have. So, keep that in mind that if you know how to do something, you should be looking ahead already. So now I actually have to scan the cube and waste time to see where a pair is. And I'm going to try to look for this because this would be the first one that I would see in this situation, which is orange and green. So I would look around the cube and see that the orange and green and white one is here. So I need to line those up, and they're already matched up now. So it's very easy for me to insert them. And while I'm inserting them, I'm going to be looking for my next pair. And I could be tilting the cube and all sorts of stuff while I'm doing it. So I'm going to bring it over, and I haven't seen anything yet. I do see this one, and I didn't quite see the edge for it yet, and it could be here, and it could be here. So I'm just going to quickly scan, and I can see that it is this one. So I'm going to go down, bring it over, and align them. I see this one here. I'm going to try to keep track of that one, and I'm going to try to look for the edge piece for this one as I'm putting this one in, which is right here. So I'm going to keep track of these while inserting this. And these are already lined up to be inserted easily. So right now I can start looking for my next pair. So I see that the next edge is here, and I see white down here. So I know they're here. As I'm inserting, I'm looking to see how they're matching up, and I see that they need to be separated. So I bring it over, separate them. In this case, I need to put the green over the green side and turn it away from the red. So over to the orange. Line them up, and now I can insert. While I'm inserting, I can see how these ones are going. I see there's a bar now, and now it's turned into one of these OLLs, which I don't know, so I do the beginner's method, and it turns into this one, which is really easy. And what do we have here now? I think it's called a V-perm or something like that, and I'll explain this one. Now, the V-perm, it's sort of like the A-perm, okay? So there's two here and a 2x1 block on top. And if these are the same color, it's an A-perm. If this was green and green, it would be an A-perm. If it was, orange and orange, it would be an A-perm as well. But these are different. So this is a V-perm. And I know that these pieces here are correct. These ones don't move with the algorithm, and they're over their opposite. So I know that when I'm done the algorithm, I have to do a U2 as well. So let's do the algorithm, and now we have to do a U2. Let's try one more. Okay, so let's try and find another one. This one's not too bad, I think. Now, this one's a little bit complicated because I want to move this down and over to the green side, but that's going to bring this red over here, which I guess can get swung over. Yeah, that's not actually too bad. This is actually not too bad at all. So what I would do here is I would bring down the green, and then the orange goes next to it, and I can align those now. Okay, the red goes over red. Now I can put this down, and while I'm putting down the red, I'm looking for my first pair, which would be this one that I can see. So what I would actually do is move it out of the way before I put that down. That way I can preserve it. Okay, and there might have been a better way to do that, but that's just the way that I saw at the moment. Now, so what I need to do is align, get these separated away from each other so I can insert them properly. So I get them away from each other, and now as I'm putting them in, I'm looking for my next pair. Okay, and I can see that this blue and red, that's the first one I saw, so I would probably start scanning the cube and looking for the corner. So as I'm putting this in, I'm scanning the cube, which is back here. Okay, so I need to bring this up with this so I can align them for insertion. Put it down, and now I'm looking for my next pair again. I know that this has blue on it, so that's definitely not the corner for this piece here. And I saw this piece, which is the orange and green, and I know that this has white. And since we only have two left after this is done, this has to be the corner for this. All right, so you got to keep mindful of stuff like that. So I'm going to track this and this. Go like this. This one's over here. And as I put it in, I can see it, they are here. This one just needs to go beside this. So I need to hide this corner. I can't hide it this way because I'll disturb this one. So as I'm doing this, or holding it like this, I do a U move, and now I can hide it using this empty slot, match them up, and I saw that this here is the other corner, and I'm looking for the other edge as I'm inserting this. And here it is back there. And now I know that, because here's a case again, right? This one happens quite a bit actually, where the two are in the top layer, but the white is facing upwards. And because this is over its, its own color, and the red or the orange is on top, we turn it away from the orange side. So on the red, and now we bring it up. They're matched together, and now we can put them in, keeping mindful of what's going on top already. And here's the what do we call it? The Superman alg. And now we have a G permutation. So if you're not familiar with G permutations, I'll really quickly go through them. And so on a G permutation, there's always a headlight and a 2x1 block. Okay, so the 2x1 block could be in this position, it could be here, it could be here, or it could be these two here. I know this algorithm for this one, and because I'm holding the cube like this, I'm going to have to cube rotate, because the way I do G perms, the headlights always have to be on the left. So there's a big truck outside. Okay, so what's right in a G perm is this 1x2 block here. Everything else is getting moved. So I know that after I do the G perm, I'll have to do a U to align everything. U. And there we go. That is 3 walkthrough solves. So please give me some feedback. Let me know if this helped you or not, or if I should do some more in the future. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.